she's doing all she can to make him feel calm.
But maybe that's what she thinks. Like, just because you think you're making someone feel comfortable doesn't necessarily mean that's what is working for them.
But why isn't he explaining that to her? He's in a relationship with her, because now it's making her feel insecure. So yes, tell us, what has you pressed this morning?
Okay, I'm pressed because I've been in a 5-year relationship, which, seemed to be in the honeymoon phase for, I don't know, at least 3 years. But in the last year, since we've been living together, it's kind of dwindled. We have pretty much no sex life anymore. And he doesn't really give me the attention that I need and deserve. And I feel like it's very much me putting in all the effort at the moment and him not really putting in any. And yeah, I'm pretty pressed about it. And I'm kind of finding myself just wanting attention elsewhere. I would never go behind his back, but it's just getting to the stage where I just don't know what to do, and I don't know whether I should call things off or wait for things to improve.
Wow, what a story, Adeola. What do you think about that? Because I feel that already our listener has kind of slightly checked out, and especially when the chemistry, the sexual side is dwindling, what else are you kind of fighting for?
What happens when you initiate,
let's
say, sexy time? Is he just not, what happens? Is he not trying, or have you not tried to do that?
He just doesn't really seem that bothered. There's been times where I've put on lingerie or, try to, initiate it in a different way, and it just doesn't seem very excited by it. And
Have you had a conversation with him? Have you kind of told him, I feel like we're not having as much sex as we used to? How has he responded to that if you have asked him?
Yeah, I've actually broached the subject multiple times, and it just feels like it falls on deaf ears. And he says that he tries and he's trying to make more effort, but he just doesn't really. I mean, or maybe he'll try for a couple of weeks and then it will just go back.
You said when you guys lived together, things kind of started to change. You think he's gotten way too comfortable? Because I feel like when you live with someone, I've lived with a partner, and sometimes you have moments because you're so used to that person, you can anytime you want to. So it kind of puts you in when you are tired, you don't feel the urge to make the effort to have sex. When you live together, do you feel like that was when it kind of really started to die down?
Yeah. I feel like he just became very complacent and just got too comfortable and felt like maybe he didn't need to make an effort anymore, because he knew that he had me anyway, if you see what I mean. And I actually said to him last night, you never say anything after we have really good sex. I often say it's really good or whatever, but he often doesn't. And he said that's because he's self-conscious of his performance, which I get. He can't help that. But I feel like if there's no harm in saying you thought it was good, even if I didn't, because then at least I know what works.
I don't know. I feel like after 5 years of being together, we have to really think about the time frame.
So before the 1 year, was he not conscious before?
Yeah, because that's a bit confusing for me.
Yeah. He's definitely become more self-conscious.
That's really weird.
What has changed though? Has anything changed in his body?
He has put on a tiny bit of weight. I mean, he's not big by any means, but I think he's self-conscious of that. Also, he has long COVID, so his breathing is really bad, and he just gets self-conscious.
That makes a bit more sense now. So he's probably, bless him. Now I feel okay, it's not a thing that, because guys can be conscious too. If as a woman, if you are conscious about something, having sex could be.
I get that, but I feel like she's doing all she can to make him feel calm.
But maybe that's what she thinks. Just because you think you're making someone feel comfortable doesn't necessarily mean that's what is working for them.
But why isn't he explaining that to her? He's in a relationship with her, because now it's making her feel insecure.
That is true.
Do you get it? I feel like he has to hold a bit more. It's imagine you're trying and there's a problem, and I'm trying to do whatever I can, but you're not really.
You're not helping me with the problem.
It's a two-way thing, and because you're obviously, this is really important to you. You're actually feeling some kind of way about it. You're pressed about it. It's affecting you now. as much as we don't know what's going through him, but he has to kind of own it and let his missus know, like, at the end of the day, like, you guys are meant to be together forever. You're living together. You want it to be, do you know what I mean? I think you need to give, maybe I would put it more on him. Like, I'd say, now you're making me feel a bit insecure. Like, I want us to have amazing sex. I want you to know that I love your body. Like, you know, that's how you would do it naturally to your man. Let him know that there's nothing wrong. Because you're in a relationship. 5 years for me, like, that, you guys should be, like, so close and be able to have these conversations. So I think there's something there must be something blocking that, because you're both on two sides. Like, it feels quite, you're not entwined right now sexually.
No, not at all. And I've often thought as well, you know, we used to have sex more often, but never, like, loads. And I've thought maybe he's, like, asexual or something.
So I wouldn't blame her thinking that, because I would think the same thing.